Chris Jones is the scariest man in football. No laughs, no smirks, no smiles. Teams lose sleep at night when they think about Chris Jones facing their offensive tackle or their offensive guard. It's almost a miracle that you're watching this video right now. When I started watching film on Chris Jones, it was very hard for me to stop. One thing I want to bring to your attention before we dive into the film is attack points. That's a word you're going to hear me consistently say. And when I talk about attack points, that's Chris Jones winning the battle against the offensive lineman. When you have your arms locked out as an offensive lineman, your weak points are generally your forearms or your elbows. Chris Jones does a great job of attacking these attack points, and that's one of the key reasons of many as to why he's unblockable. So now let's visualize these attack points because we're going to see it right here. Chris Jones, him being 6'5", him having long arms, as an offensive lineman, you can never fully get into his frame. And this stops you from trying to anchor, so now it's a technician battle. And 9 times out of 10, if it's Chris Jones, that battle is lost. So right here, as the lineman tries to extend his arms out and get hands on Chris Jones, we see that double hand swipe. And notice where he's attacking. This is the inside of the elbow, so this takes away all of the strength. Now the offensive lineman is off balance, he's out of position, and this is basically a lost rep already. As soon as the ball snaps, and he's quick with the hands, he's firing off the ball, he's coming at you full speed, and notice that left hand. Where is he attacking? Above the back of that elbow. Now he's generating that power to rip through, and Joe Burrow, where you going? So now let's take a look at the forearms and why they're a weak point. Right here, this is a great rep initially by the offensive guard, but Chris Jones has a multitude of counters. He's never fully blocked. If there's one man in front of him, he is going to win. Now, on this play, notice, I talked about at the beginning of the rep, they're in a lockstep. None of these guys are winning the rep right now. It's a stalemate. But notice how Chris Jones uses that length, and now he has that left hand on the shoulder. And then look at that right hand. As he readjusts, where is he attacking? He's on that forearm. So now this is giving him the advantage in the rep. And what he can do after this, now we're driving you. And I can talk about technique, speed, all of these things off of the football. But beyond that and before anything, he's freakishly strong. So I want you to notice in this specific play, do we see how it turns from a stalemate until now you're getting driven into your quarterback's lap? Because he readjusts and he gets on that attack point with the forearm, and noticing while he's doing all of this, he's maintaining his leverage. He's still below pad level of the offensive lineman, and at the same time, all of my power is coming up because I'm having this leg drive and I'm at your attack points. And for the offensive lineman, once I start to go back, where can I regain my strength? There's no way for me to win this rep. And again, Joe Burrow, where you going? Now, this is where players get paid. This is where players make themselves different. Because you've been killing us all game. You've been lining up at 3 tech. You've been lining up in 4-4-I. But now you're lining up outside of our tackle and you're still winning. You're a defensive tackle. Why are you sealing the game off of the edge? Well, let's see it right here. First off, the tackle is wide with his punch. So now Chris Jones, with that length, he's into his frame. And also, look at that right hand. Now we're diving into that forearm and then we're going to rip through. Getting to that attack point is critical for Chris Jones. All the time he does it, and he's quicker than a lot of these guys with his hands, so you can never really get hands on him. You can't get into him. You're not stronger than him. You're not quicker than him. How can you block Chris Jones one-on-one? And what I saw a lot of people make the mistake of doing when trying to block Chris Jones, they're losing their momentum because they're lunging into him. They're trying to get into him so quickly. Now you're off balance. And then Chris Jones uses his patented swim move. We talk about the rip, we talk about the attack points, but a lot of the times what he does, and you never want to preach, stand straight up for a defensive lineman. But sometimes when he does it, it's to his advantage because he's swimming right over guys. And he does it again and again and again. You can't block Chris Jones. Now, right here, we can question the pass pro, but also this is a 2-and-1 for Chris Jones. We're going to see the tight end come over in a split, and he's trying to pick him up on the block once he gets past this guard. But notice, not only does he swim when he gets overset against, then we're using those attack points once again on this tight end, your forearms. Now you're out of the play. We're at Geno Smith. He releases the ball quickly. He does. But at the end of the day, it's constant pressure. And this is the thing with Chris Jones. It'll be one thing for me to be showing you these plays and it's here and there, it's flashes. This is every play that he's not double teamed. And in the Super Bowl, we saw it a lot. I'm going to show you right here. There were doubles all game. And if it's not a double, it's a scheme away. It's a wide receiver screen. It's a wide zone run. It's anything to get away from Chris Jones, because we know we have nobody better. And that is why this is the scariest man in the NFL. What do you think?